Welcome to my YouTube channel Advanced Auto Body Repair. Today we are going to learn about unibody frame realignment. Myself, Mr. Mahesh Dongre, instructor of Mechanic Auto Body Repair at Don Bosco Private ITI Chinchwad, Pune. First, objectives. Summarize how different types of unibody frame straightening equipments are set up and used. Describe the basic straightening and aligning techniques. Determine pull directions by analyzing damage. Summarize safety considerations to follow when using unibody or frame realignment equipments. Properly plan and execute collision repair procedures. Identify signs of stress or deformation on a unibody vehicle and make the necessary repairs. Compare the difference between the straightening of unibody vehicles and larger full-frame vehicles. Explain why you might need to pull damaged parts before their removal. Content. First, introduction, then realignment basics. In realignment basics, anchoring and pulling directions, single and multiple pulls, energy absorbing construction, visualizing front end collision, visualizing rear end collision, visualizing side collision, visualizing rollover damage, visualizing angled impacts, and analyzing damage. So let's start with the introduction. Vehicles with major damage must often have their frame or body structures straightened. Not rough and tough physical operations. Actually, it is relatively easy task if proper instruments and methods used. An important requirement when straightening is accuracy. If the frame or unibody is not straightened exactly, panels will not fit and the wheels may not be alignable. It involves using high-powered hydraulic equipments, mechanical clamps and chains to bring the full frame or unibody structure back into its original shape. Accurate vehicle alignment positively affects safety, repair time, repair quality, and the confidence of your customers. Figure shows frame straightening equipment uses hydraulic power to pull or force a vehicle body or frame back into its original position or shape. Realignment basics. Frame machine, also called a frame rack or a frame bench, is a large framework with hydraulic equipments for pulling out major structural damage. This figure shows the major parts of a typical frame rack. Large towers can be swiveled into different pulling positions. Collars on towers allow the pulling height to be changed quickly. Vehicle anchor clamps or pinch weld clamps hold a vehicle on the rack so it does not move during the pulling operation. Anchoring and pulling. Vehicle anchoring involves clamping the vehicle down so that it will not move during the straightening process. The term pulling refers to using hydraulic realignment equipment to stretch the damaged metal back out to its original shape. The vehicle is secured and held stationary by the equipment. Clamps and chains are attached to the damaged area. When the hydraulic system is activated, the chains slowly pull out the damage. Pulling directions. When realigning a vehicle, a pull force or traction should be applied in the opposite direction from the force of the impact. The pulling and straightening process must remove both direct and indirect damage. Generally, the damage that occurred last during the collision should be pulled first. The figure shows during a simple collision, the frame or unibody structure is crushed straight back to with no deflection. Pulling or frame straightening involves holding the frame while using chains to pull it straight back to reverse the direction of damage. Single and multiple pulls. The single pull method only uses one pulling chain. This method works well with minor damage on one part. A small bend in a part can often be straightened with a single pull. With major damage, the several panels, a multiple pull method with several pulling directions and steps works best. Study shows to establish pulling directions to correct vehicle damage. A figure shows input was in the direction of the back arrow causing damage in direction Y and Z. B shows apply force in the direction opposite to the input force. C shows if a difference in the degree to repair between Y and Z occurs, change the pulling directions accordingly. Energy absorbing construction. Both unibody and full frame are designed to absorb much of the energy of a collision. The impact force travels into and through the frame body structure to keep the passenger compartment relatively intact. Note that the rockers and pillars are designed to absorb the damage in the event. Figure shows note how impact forces travel through a unibody structure. Most of the damage is absorbed by the front section. However, with a hard hit, some damage can transfer into the front pillars, roof, and rockers. This figure shows the rocker panel doors and pillars are designed to absorb energy and prevent intrusion into passenger compartment during a side hit. Ultra high strength steel in doors also protect occupants. Visualizing front end collision. A good way to determine how to remove or pull damage is to visualize what happened during an accident. This kind of thinking will help you pull the damage in the opposite direction from which it occurred. Figure shows at the moment of impact, the front section collapses while the rest of the vehicle moves forward. This B figure shows as the crash continues, the front frame rails begin to collapse and misalign while the vehicle continues to forward. Figure C shows because the lower area of the front end is stronger than the upper, the vehicle tends to lift up in the rear. Figure D shows if the speed is high enough, the front section completely crashes and the inertia of the rear of the vehicle causes secondary damage to the pillars and roof, causing the door gap misalignments. Visualizing the rear end collision. Figure shows the car in front is hit from behind by another vehicle. Initially, the bumpers are crushed. Figure B shows as the crash continues, the rear frame rails and trunk floor panel start to absorb impact energy. The area of the rail over the suspension starts to kick up and the rear of the rail often kicks to bends down. Visualizing rear end collisions. Figure C shows additional collapsing and deflection occurs and the damage spreads to the center of the roof. Figure D shows with a sufficiently hard hit, the pillars are pushed forward and the rear section is forced upward. Visualizing a side collision. Figure shows during a side collision or T-bone hit, one vehicle rams another from the side. The rocker panel, doors, and pillars absorb impact energy. The vehicle that is hit on the side often takes on a banana shape because the front and rear sections are bent sideways. Visualizing rollover damage. Rollover damage results when a vehicle flips over. The vehicle may have turned too sharply, been hit from the side, or slide into a curb before rolling onto its roof. Figure A shows a vehicle rolls over and lands on its front pillar and roof, pushing them down. Figure B shows if traveling fast enough, the vehicle may continue to flip and then land hard on its wheels, pushing the suspension and rails upward. Study the sequence of events during a rollover accident. Rollover damage is more common with vehicles that have a high center of gravity, such as SUVs and vans. Visualizing angled impacts. This type of damage often results from a side hit or a hit from an angle. When two vehicles are moving in different directions and collide, as when both are turning corners, or if one vehicle is skidding or sliding sideways during the collision. You can see it in this figure how to visualize angled impacts. Analyzing damage. Analyzing damage is done before unibody frame straightening by inspecting direct and indirect damage. Direct damage can be shown on the rails, front rails, and indirect damage can be seen on the large panels like a quarter panel, doors, and pillars. Regarding vehicle dimensions, there are three types of directions of unibody frame damage. First one is length damage. Normally results from a front or rear hit that pushes body panel towards the center of the vehicle. The length measurement will usually be shorter than the specifications. Width damage results when parts are pushed to the center by a side or angled impact. The width measurement will usually be shorter than factory dimensions. Third one, height damage. Height damage results from impact damage that forces parts or panels up or down. A rollover accident will normally crush the roof down and causes the height dimensions to be too short. Thank you.